Hi everybody, this is Dan Stolbarger. Welcome to this week's Kafir Middle East Update. It is July 31st. We're going to look back on the events that have transpired this week. Just a reminder, make sure that you grab the notes, the PDF PowerPoint. It should just simply be a link on the YouTube page. We always begin with our news bites, but before we do, just a reminder, I find this fascinating. This weekend is Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, and it's eerie. It's a time of mourning for Israel, remembering all the specific things that happened on this date. Due to the nature of this presentation, I'm not going to go through it all, but I want you to know all of those events are detailed in your PDF notes. So let's take a look at our news bites for this week. Sadly to say, Israel is winning the war, no doubt about it. They're winning the Gaza war, but losing the media battle. Make no doubt about it. The rise of opposition, the use of media, false information. Israel's getting hammered through the media in terms of starvation, genocide, etc. Definitely losing the battle of the media. In regards to all of that, England, in a sense, is blackmailing Israel. One of the MKs there, or UK's, Starmer's, his ultimatum to Israel is simply stop the war or Britain will recognize a Palestinian state. And that seems to be the way the pendulum is moving right now, because not only the UK, France, and now Canada have announced that it intends to recognize a Palestinian state in September. And again, a Palestinian state is a terrorist state. And unfortunately, due to all of this, the media battle, Netanyahu is now at his lowest point in regards to the American public opinion. The lowest point since 1997. Now, switching over to Israel, I find this interesting. 52%, over half, of Israelis want the Gaza back. They want the settlements back. Yesterday, on Wednesday, there was a march in northern Gaza on the border. Thousands of participants, including hostage families, bereaved families, Gush Katif evacuees, soldiers, rabbis, Knesset members, all calling out for the return of Gaza to Israel. Wow. We're going to see what's going to happen in regards to that, because as it stands today, Woodcock is in Israel meeting with Netanyahu, and I think the next steps, whatever they may be, are going to be detailed today, and depending on when it rolls out, we're going to see something pretty radical taking place. Again, we've heard this before, but Israel Katz, the defense minister in Israel, is on record as saying, and as I mentioned, we've heard this before, if Hamas does not release the hostages, and here's that refrain, the gates of hell will open on Gaza. Beyond what we've already done, beyond the great force we've already shown, we will do much more. We will protect the hostages. We'll strike everything connected to Hamas until they're released. We will do whatever it takes. I would not doubt them. And then the fate of the hostages. Trump, in his visit to England, Britain, he indicated to the Prime Minister of Britain, he indicated that the United States and Israel are aware of the locations of some of the hostages and are working on new plans, various plans, to free them. That's probably what's going on right now. We know where they are. We have some ideas. We're just finalizing them. With that news, Hamas has reinstated its policy that was revoked during the temporary truce in January, basically saying if the IDF is coming to rescue hostages, we will be prepared to kill them. And so that policy, once again, is being kind of floated through the media to threaten Israel and the United States, basically saying, if you come, we'll kill them, it'll be your fault. And so this one's kind of a multiple choice. Interesting what Israel's now threatening. Israel's at a crossroads. And now it's saying we're going to begin annexing parts of the Gaza Strip. We'll continue to do it day by day to end the war. We'll create an international pressure. And so the threat to Hamas is little by little, we're going to take it back. And as I mentioned before in one of the reports, over 52% of Israelis are saying, let's just take it all back. Now, there may be, that's why this is called a multiple choice, there may be a third option, a third path. Behind the scenes, over the last couple days, the Arab League signed a declaration condemning not just October 7th, not just a massacre, but they're calling on Hamas, the Arab League is calling on Hamas to release the hostages, and not just release the hostages, but turn over all their weapons to the Palestinian Authority. In other words, the Arab League is saying, you're done, you need to get out, you need to demilitarize, and you need to turn your weapons in to the Palestinian Authority. Maybe a third path. And as I mentioned, all of that going on as I'm speaking to you today, at least the negotiations with Witkoff in Israel. Amir, our good friend Amir Safadi, I saw this today on his site, just as God hardened Pharaoh's heart, leading him to make a mistake that would change world history, Western countries that are now announcing their intention to recognize a Palestinian state are being used by God to harden the hearts of Hamas. The euphoria that Hamas is feeling at this point in time is causing them to reject all deals, thereby hastening their own demise. And again, this is the looming question: is annexation the answer? Amir says it might be. Hamas doesn't care about people, but they do care about land. They want to keep what they have. They want to take over the land that belongs to Israel as well. Again, that's from the river to the sea. Hamas, Palestine will be free. They don't want a two-state solution. They want a one-state solution, Hamas-stan. So we continue to wait and see. Again, an article or just some taglines, truth spoken here from Qatar. Qatar's statements, Hamas is the roadblock to the ceasefire. Trump's statement, Hamas is the roadblock to the ceasefire. The Egyptians, Hamas is the roadblock to the ceasefire. Israelis, we want a ceasefire and we want a return of our hostages. The media, Israel doesn't seem willing to enter a ceasefire. How can that be? Qatar, Trump, Egyptians, Israelis, all saying the problem with the ceasefire is Hamas, But today's current media flips the script. Hamas, no. Israel doesn't seem willing to enter a ceasefire. It's a crazy, upside-down world. We're living in a time where the world, not as believers, but the world is calling evil good and good evil. I usually don't do this, but I read this not long, but too long for what we provide each week. And it's called Flip the Script. I've given you the website address on this slide. It's from JNS. I think it is fascinating. And so take a look and take the time to take it in because, again, truth spoken here. We're going to Israel. Yeah, October 30th through November 9th. Our trip is full, but we do have a waiting list. If you're interested in going with us to Israel, get your name on our waiting list. We'll let you know within 30 days whether there's some openings, something opens up. But we will be going from October 30th through November 9th. We call our tours The Land, the People, and the King. All the information is on our website at holygroundexplorations.com. So that's it for this week. God bless you and shalom.